All right, we are live. We are live. Let me get there we are. We are live. It is Lisa Crisalle. It is Tuesday morning, and that means we are getting down to business. So my camera seems a little high. We've had a lot of camera work going on here. Hold on one sec. Look at that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sorry about that. We have had a lot of stuff going on. Hello, hello. Welcome. I am alive. It's amazing that I survived the last few weeks, but pop in and say hello and let me know who is joining me. I am going to do a fairly quick getting down to business live today. Lisa is a little bit tired. It has been an amazing last few weeks. It has been amazing last few days. David, hey, David Schilling, how are you? How are you? Great to see you. Let's see. So here's a quick reminder right up above my video. It should still be there. You should see StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you click on that and give it permission, we'll be able to see who it is. And Mary is in the house, and the same thing for Mary. Awesome. So again, you guys, just a quick reminder to click on the link right above me. Go ahead and click on that link, and when you do so, I can highlight you with your face and your name, and we know that you are in here. That is good. So I can see it on my other screen, so I know who it is, but we want to shout you out. So I like to shout out those of you who show up and participate. I need my tea. My throat is gone. I've got a little bit of a, excuse me, I apologize, a little scratchy throat. I have been talking for the last 4 days straight, nonstop. Many of you know that. And I'm really excited to sort of share today the anatomies, just a basic overview in the anatomy of a virtual live experience or event, doing a virtual live event. So many of you know that we have been hosting the Monetize Your Nutrition Knowledge the Monetize Your Nutrition Knowledge live event for the last 9 years. And this was our 10th year and our very first year doing it virtually. Now I know both Mary and David were there. It was, again, if you want to, share your experience and how it was as an attendee. But it was really all about setting the environment for our attendees, okay? So if anyone here is considering doing some kind of a virtual experience, obviously there's much, this is a little different. This is a full-on conference that we created, a little different than doing like a, workshop or a training of some kind, where again, you can keep it really simple with just, like a Zoom presentation, etc. I would say quite a bit more goes into this as a full-on conference. So this was a 3-day conference, a 3-day conference with a 4th day that we did a VIP mastermind. So that was a private mastermind that we did for all of our VIP attendees. And we did a hot seat. So I want to really focus on the main 3 days. So just by commenting below, give me a quick comment below. Is this something that you're looking at doing? Maybe not right away, but sometime in the future, doing an actual, like a full-on conference of some type, something where you're hosting, I would say, anywhere from, 20 to on up people at one time. Again, a little different from just a Zoom. Again, Zoom, you're not limited, especially with the Pro plan. You're not limited with how many people are on there. You can certainly do a simple Zoom for any kind of a workshop, etc. When I talk about a virtual event, I'm talking about something that's a little bit more involved. So for example, we had handouts each day, right? So each day we had a downloadable resource. So basically the resource guide. Now, quite a bit of work went into the resource guide, and sorry about that. Because we have been hosting this for the last 10 years, we're always updating it. We're always, every year that we do it, we have new information, we have new trainings, we have new things that we're putting in there. And so every year when we used to do a binder, right? The binder, we always just kind of do the updates, right? We update it. Well, since we weren't shipping out binders to everybody, we wanted to make it very doable for the attendees to have a downloadable handout. So each day we set it up so they are handout for each day, right? Follow along, fill in the blanks. And actually, let me do this. I didn't queue this up, so bear with me one quick second. I'm going to give you an idea of what that looked like. Hold on one second. So here we go. Let me open this up, and I'm going to give you an idea of what the handout looked like. Oops, let me move this over here. I'm going to do this so I can do a screen share for you. All right. Let me do, there we go. All right, so you guys want to see a screen share? Just a quick screen share. Let me get this on here. And I'm going to give you an idea of what this looks like. So yes, good, you got it. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to take this down for right now. All right, so again, this was our handout. Let me see if I can get it into full screen here. Wait a minute. Here we go. Maybe that makes it a little easier for you. This is the PDF. I don't know why it's on Reader and not my Pro account. So this should be on Pro. But anyway, I just pulled this up very, very quickly. So we have, let me do a full size fit to, let's see. Let's see what happens there. There we go. So that you can see this was the cover. This was day one, handouts, guide, and notes. A welcome in here. And then what we did is the first day we were teaching NLP, and this was basically the fill in the blanks, right? We had some fill in the blanks. It's very, very important that, again, people have a follow along process, especially when you're doing a virtual event, okay? Because again, it's all about engagement and keeping people engaged, okay? Keeping people connected into what's going on, walking through the processes, doing the processes, taking them through. I'm not going to go through everything here. But as you can see, this first day, we had a lot of stuff. There were some opportunities to go out and do some other work. This one was a lot of fill in the blanks, but we also had handouts for each day. So then in the back section, we had all the handouts for them. Okay. So with that being shown to you, I can close that screen. Handouts are a critical component of, so I would say handouts are a critical component of engagement. So engagement, let me see, we have another comment over here. Okay, let's see here. So you're saying, okay, so do you have something, not over a few days, but scheduled and consistent classes that are meaningful, interactive, and engaging? Yes. So this is really important on this type of event, that you have a variety of different ways to engage them, okay? A variety of different ways to engage them. Because if it's always just, you guys have, if you had 3 days straight of us just talking to you, again, it would put people to sleep, right? There has to be participation included, because it's very, very different when somebody's in a room, an enclosed room, whether it be a classroom, a hotel, or, hotel conference area, etc. It's really, really different than when people are at home in their office, getting interruptions, having, family, kids, dogs, right? All of that stuff. So what we did a variety of different ways to keep people engaged. We had prizes that were that people could win throughout for doing different actions, right? Taking action, doing things, participating, answering questions. Again, there was a lot of different ways that we did participatory components where they got a drawing for all these different things, doing different actions. So actions is a key piece of it. Engagement, answering questions, volunteering, raising their hand, unmuting themselves. We also did breakout rooms, really, really key on the breakout rooms. They were very popular. The breakout rooms was also important because what it does is, so I think, who is that's talking? David. Okay, cool. Bringing in different energetic personalities was a really solid idea, right? Again, because people need to have different ways of engaging, whether it was our MC, our support teams. We had an incredible 2 support teams, basically our AV support team, our tech support team, and our support team. They were managing the room and managing the energy, and they were our event support team. Okay, so I want you to start thinking of different ways that you can do this. It should not be just all you teaching. It's all about keeping them connected. What are things that you can do to keep the audience connected? It will completely change your ability to do things virtually. Okay, doing this whole virtual world is very new to a lot of people, right? Just getting on Zoom is really new to a lot of people. For them on their end, you've got to have guidance. You've got to have people helping them. How do I do a little, raise the hand? They have like little symbols you could do, thumbs up, etc. How do I unmute? Like, again, we did a whole tech check the night before. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. It's just recovering from 4 days. So these are pieces that were really, really important. Now, the other thing I want to show you, I want to give you an idea of behind the scenes. Okay, behind the scenes is really, really important. So I'm going to go back to my share screen. Awesome. And so we did quite a few pictures of behind the scenes. Now, this is a really cool setup. I hope you get the full visual of it. We had 3 big screens set up for us. The most important thing for us, and you'll see this in a moment, is we're standing. This was before we started. We had the background here and the background here. We had 2 backgrounds set up. So we had, again, visually changing stimulus for everybody, right? So we had different, we used this for our party, our evening party. AJ is our tech master guru. So he was working he was actually on the other side of this screen, managing and running all the technology. This was our giveaway box for our VIPs. How many of you guys got the VIP box? Okay, a nice little surprise gift. And let me go, hold on a second here. I want to get my other graphics for you. We had quite a bit more other behind the scenes. Just need to see where I posted those. But I wanted to share with you, again, giving people, we actually shared behind the scenes throughout the event so people could see what we were doing, right? So they could understand what was going on there. Let me go to our actual Mink event page, and I want to show you a little bit more. We had a lot going on here the whole weekend, so lots of stuff happening. Okay, so here's a few more I'm going to show you. So again, we also did, so me. Okay, awesome. Got it. Yes. You were there. You got your box. Excellent. Again, it's engagement, right? That was really important for like before the event started, having that box. So it also just happened to be Luto's birthday. So hopefully many of you, most people who made it to the birthday party, we had so much fun. We planned it we actually did a special entertainment evening for people to be able to bring their kids and their family to. It was so much fun. I totally surprised Luto for his birthday. He did not expect it. We got some balloons, etc. As you can see, I wanted you to see, like we had different cameras. These are actually cameras set up right here. We had cameras set up. This was the really cool birthday cake we got him, totally a surprise. Again, we were having fun with the Vegas theme because we live in Las Vegas. Also, it was perfect color match, so I had to go with this one. But that was the birthday cake. We did our special entertainment that we set up. AJ does this amazing analogy about being stuck. And again, we apply this to business. This was all about business. What is it? What happens when you get stuck? And he does this phenomenal straitjacket process that he goes through and how he releases from the straitjacket and how it's similar to being stuck in your business, right? Being stuck in your business, trying something different and doing something different. If you guys missed this show, I'm telling you, it was so amazing and it was very profound. And actually, after he was done, we opened up and people were talking about the effect of just this one piece. And the kids loved it, by the way. The kids were all on the edge of their seat watching him go through it and getting stuck in certain areas and then getting out of the straitjacket. It was really phenomenal. And again, it gave us a really great conversational component. As you can see, for us, it was super important that we could see people on the screen. It was really important that we had that connection that we could see people, because we didn't want to just be talking to a big screen, right? To a TV. It had to be interactive for us so that we could see when people raised their hands. We did really cool things like this for clapping, and we did the mink magic, right? We had some really cool, fun stuff that everybody got involved with. And that empowered us as presenters, that empowered us, right? It gives the energy back that you lose many times if you're doing things virtually versus in person, right? In person, when we're in a room at a hotel, when we used to do our big, hotel conferences, we're all in a room. We're there seeing each other. We can, back in the day, we could hug each other, high fives, and do all those things that we can't do. We have to do it differently. We just have to do it differently. So I want to encourage you guys to think differently. We always say this, ask different questions. So this is really cool for us. This is how we could see it. These are our presentations. So the technology was insane going on over there. I mean, I'm telling you, it took quite a bit of work to get everything set up, working really, really smoothly. There's the cake again and the cool VIP box. This is AJ and Doreen, who was our tech crew behind the scenes. I think you guys already saw that one. Let's see here. There was the cake afterwards. After we cut into it late that night, it was amazing. Chocolate and Bavarian cream. Okay, so again, you guys, this is really, where's my... I did screen and share. Those were just a few. I have more that I have not, uploaded yet. Still trying to get caught up with everything, and wanted to give you a quick background, right? An understanding of, let me go back here, the anatomy of a virtual event. So before I get into questions, I want to talk about the importance of having a support team. I'm going to tell you, if you are not technically inclined, this is not something that you should do by yourself, okay? You should not be running the technology. You should not be running the platform. See, for me, this is StreamYard that I'm streaming to you on right now. I've been using StreamYard for a very long time. StreamYard is super simple to use. Let me get back to my page here. StreamYard is super simple to use. I don't need a tech team to do this. However, in order for us to step up and serve at the greatest level, we did not want to have deal with any issues on tech other than what is our next PowerPoint, like what is our next presentation, what is our timing. We had a full out agenda. We had our agenda broken down into literally to the minute, meaning we know from experience how long our presentations are. We know how long the breaks are. You've got to have a lot of breaks for everybody so they have the ability to get up and handle other stuff so they don't get interrupted. You guys, all of these things for you to think about. Now, I will most likely be doing a full training. I wanted to keep this super short just to give you an overview, on the anatomy of this, the overview of a virtual training. And for our 10K crew members, we'll be doing a deeper review of this if that's something that you want to implement into your business. So I'm probably going to be doing like a mini course on doing virtual events, because it is substantially different than doing live events. And again, I cannot stress enough that it is not something that you should do alone by yourself, unless it's just like a quick like this, a StreamYard. But if you're looking at doing, like I think you said, what were some of the comments there? So okay, I think it was but schedule. Okay, so this one, I think this was this Mary or David? I'm not sure. Oh, this is David. Okay, so scheduled and consistent classes that are meaningful, interactive, and engaging, right? So again, when you are serving your clients and your prospects, you want to be fully present and serving, okay? So that means even if you have one other person who's sort of manning the tech side of it, somebody that's paying attention to it so that you don't get sidetracked. One of the key things for Lucho and I is that we were able to fully focus. Now, we had a little issue that we dealt with on day 2. And it had to do, quite frankly, had nothing to do with our team. Our team was totally on it. It had to do with the lag time that happened on one of the screens, okay? And it kind of distracted us. And so we learned that it was just a distraction and then to avoid it. So as I mentioned, for our 10K crew clients, we will be sharing more of how to roll this out and how to launch that. But for those of you who are catching the replay, or if you're here live or catching the replay, by the way, hashtag replay if you're catching the replay, pop any questions that you have in here. I will answer some general questions, but it's also understanding when is the right time to run a virtual event, how to run that virtual event, and again, not getting sidetracked. Make sure you have a strategy. Make sure you have a very clear strategy of what the reason is for the virtual event and what is the end result, right? What is the end result of doing that virtual event? Where is it leading them to? What is your call to action? What is your CTA? Okay. What is that process? That process needs to be fully mapped out. Okay. Fully mapped out and strategized, so that it's being used effectively. We want your time used effectively. So with that, I wanted to keep this to about 20 minutes. And unless you have any questions, are there any questions? I know you guys were here and were on the attendance. I would love to, if you would share maybe how the experience was for you as an attendee. So was the experience, was it smooth? Was it engaging? Was it interactive? Or, maybe there was something that didn't work for you. I would love for you to share how that was for you on your end. Again, a lot of time, effort, and thought went into the experience from your end, okay? So does anyone want to comment on that? You guys are here. I know there's a little bit of lag time here. How was the experience on your end? Again, was it engaging? Was it... there we go. Very interactive. Thank you. Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Fantastic. Yes, it was very interactive. Great. Did it keep you, did you feel like you were involved with it and a part of the event going through, as opposed to just being an observer? Okay. So Michelle, that was great. Wonderful. You guys can comment on here. If not, I will be wrapping up. I don't see any questions. I just wanted to share the anatomy of this. I am still trying to catch up on my sleep and catch up on my rest. Let's see. So you lost your connection for a bit, but that was at your end. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, we can't control that. That again, but as long as you always knew how to get back in and how to access it right away, not a problem. All of our VIPs that attended a minimum of 30% of the entire event actually have access to the recordings. Let's see. Oh, Mary said, let's see here. Went well for me, just difficult being 3 hours ahead, made adjusting life a bit challenging, but the event was entertaining and engaging. Awesome. So we have people from all different time zones. We actually had several people from Barbados that was 4 hours ahead. Again, that's why it's, you got to schedule timing so that it doesn't go too late. But I'll tell you, you know what, if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, he doesn't care about what time you're on. He goes for like 12, 14 hours straight. He sometimes doesn't end till 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, depending on where you are at. So we tried to accommodate the time zones as best as possible, so that it didn't go too late each day. I think we were ending between, around 5:30 each day. So 8:30 for the East Coast, 9:30 for Barbados, for those Barbados attendees. Again, we had Jason on from the UK. So that was 9 hours ahead. So again, you guys, understanding, there's, it's hard to do the perfect time, but that's why we made sure that we did a lot of breaks, right? We had a lot of breaks in there so that you get up and do whatever. But thank you for that, Mary. That was great. Great. Awesome. I just wanted to do a quick overview. I still need to get some rest. We have our client call tonight, which I'm super excited about. I got to keep drinking some tea here. So what is this? Agree. The time zone was a challenge, but we are understanding of accommodations for all. Yeah, absolutely. again, we started as, early for us on this end, but thank you for that. Everybody has a little something different, but again, with those breaks scheduled in there very strategically, again, we were hoping that it would allow everyone to be able to manage some of the things that they needed to manage. So thanks for that. I'm trying to get some rest. I'm telling you, last night, I was exhausted. I was so tired and my brain would not shut off. And I did not sleep well last night at all. And I was just like, I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. And for the life of me, I'm normally a really good, I normally don't have any problems going to sleep. I just think it was just, we're excited. There was so much going on. And I'll get it. I'll get there. But I could use some sleep. Okay. I will get there eventually. Anyway, thank you so much for our 10K crew members. We will see you tonight on our call. Remember to join me. We've got, be sure to check on the events tab here in this group. We have, I uploaded a bunch of new, events. We have our virtual happy hour coming up this Friday. I encourage you to RSVP for that. Our virtual happy hour is just such a great way to step away and take a break and be surrounded by some really awesome people. We like to have fun. It's our way to wind down for Friday afternoon, early evening, especially these days, right? Let's kind of just be around some like-minded people and have some fun conversation. We do some of our Pando cards, so you gotta be there. We do our Pando cards on Friday. We do our virtual happy hour only once a month. Again, it is just a great way to sort of step away from the business of it and be surrounded by some really cool people. And also be sure to check the events tab in here because next Thursday is our Q&A Thursday. So that opens up so you guys can pop in some questions. Again, check the events tab, go in there. If you have any specific business questions, post them in there ahead of time. It's always helpful for me if you post them in there ahead of time so that I can have something prepared for you if necessary. However, I work great on the spot. So with that, see, I went a little bit long, and just a quick reminder to stay engaged, stay connected. December is the best time. It is the best time to go all out, okay? I'm just telling you guys, best time, pedal to the metal, end the year on a high note. I'm going to be here again next Tuesday, well, every Tuesday, maybe, unless I might take 1 or 2 Tuesdays off, but every Tuesday, getting down to business. Oh, whoop, let me switch it really quick. There we go. Getting down to business live with Lisa. See you next week. Would love to see you on the Friday virtual happy hour. Bye, everybody.